What's good, people? It's your boy Venom here, and today I want to talk about Namm 2024. Namm 2024 is right around the corner, and I have my own predictions and hopes, and I thought this would be a good time to go through them. Last year saw some massive companies, or not even just last year, recent years have seen some companies drop some massive products. I'm going to go through them just so you're aware of the context that we're going into Namm 2024 with. So in 2021, we had SP404 Mark II released from Roland, which sent the game into a Tizwas, and I feel like everyone's trying to make a really small sampler because there's a market for it. In 2023, we had the Push 3 from Ableton in both controller and standalone. Haven't heard much on the standalone front since the initial hype, but the controller is obviously amazing. I'm still interested in it, but £1,000 is kind of steep. At the back end of 2023, Korg previewed the Korg replay, which went down like a ton of bricks because it looks like it's awesome. As you can see on the screen, it looks like it's going to be sick, like it's possibly going to be this SP404 killer, but then it's missing so many key features to make it that. So that's not actually out yet. That comes out on the 15th of Jan, or should be shipping to customers on the 15th of Jan. We've already had the initial reviews, which weren't too good, but we'll get the actual customer reviews from that point on. So we'll see what that is actually doing, but that's like close to £1,000 as well. So it's a no from me. In 2023, Akai released the APC 64. I knew it was coming. I'm so mad at myself because I bought the APC 40, even though I saw in every shop that the APC 40 just vanished. It just went out of stock, vanished, back order, vanished, out of nowhere. And I was like, this controller's old. They wouldn't just go out of stock simultaneously all at the same time for no reason. But I waited a few months and nothing was announced. So I thought maybe they just went out of stock. I caved, I bought it, and then less than 6 months they released this bad boy. Anyway, I am on the cusp of ordering this because it's super affordable. It gives me everything ish that I want from the Push, and I can just imagine myself using it in a live performance scenario, even though I'm not there yet with the live performance scenario. But I feel like the controller might get me there. We had the KO2 released by Teenage Engineering in December, which which has been met by polarizing opinion, not because of the product. The product is amazing, but the quality, yeah. I'll leave that one there. You already know what the deal is with that one. But yeah, that was released last year. And then also the Hercules Impulse T7, which is the affordable DJ controller with moving platters. Big deal, probably the biggest product released in last year's Namm. I think that's where it got announced. So what the hell could be exciting about Namm 2024? I'm glad you asked. For me, there's only a handful of products that could actually shake up the game this year. I think with all of those products that I just mentioned that have been released either last year or in recent years, there's not space for that much more innovation with what we're currently doing. And AI is not at the point you'd want to implement it into a product just yet, is what I'm assuming. So that being said, most of the products that I'm excited for, they're on the more DJ side of things than they are the music production side of things, because I think music production has had it covered over the last year. That being said, there is one music production product that I think is still an unknown entity that could shake up the game. So I'll start there and then I'll move on to the DJ stuff. Just note, because these products do not exist and I'm hoping they exist, I've given them names myself. I'm not the best person at naming products. So if you have a better product name, put it in the comments. But until that time, I'm going to use my product names. So you're going to have to deal with. So the first one, I'm calling it the MPC Go. That is in reference to the MPC Mini, something that has been rumored for, I feel like, years at this point. I've seen so many people talk about it, talk about what they know of it, talk about what's written in source code about it, but we've had no announcements. And I think last year was the 35th anniversary of Akai. They did no special announcement. Everyone thought that maybe that's when it would fall. It didn't. So I came up with my own theory that Teenage Engineering somehow found out that Akai were going to announce this product at Namm. And so they announced this in December to quickly get it out the gate, excite everyone, sell their cheap product, well-designed cheap product, to kind of mitigate the loss of sales that would occur if Akai had announced the MPC Go. However, in doing some research, I've realized that Akai are not at Namm this year. At least they haven't booked their booth yet. So unless they're trying to do a last minute, like, surprise, surprise type vibe, it's looking like they're not at Namm. If they're not at Namm, they can't announce it at Namm. So I don't know what's going on there. Pretty interesting to me. But I think that the MPC Go is the only product left in that small sampler space that could do some damage, because it would definitely, knowing Akai, it would be more capable than the KO2 for sure, and it would probably be more capable than the SP404. It doesn't mean it would have a better workflow, but I think it'd be able to do more. But they haven't announced it, so I have no idea what's going on there. Will we see it in 2024? I believe so, because the last products that they announced was the MPC 1 Plus and the MPC Key 64. They are just MPCs in different skins. Like, they kind of all do the same thing. So I think that the MPC Mini, or the MPC Go as I'm calling it, is like the best way to bring something new to that form factor slash, I don't know. I feel like it's an opportunity to reinvent the MPC, because right now I don't really see a difference between the last product that they've released, let's call it the MPC Keys, other than it's got keys, and the MPC that I bought, the MPC Live OG, the original MPC Live without the speaker. They feel like they do the same thing, and I use this keyboard all the time. So this is my 64. Like, all I don't have is a touch strip. I'm not saying the touch strip ain't cool. I'm just saying I bought that MPC Live when it was brand new. That was a long time ago, and I feel like MPCs are the same. Yeah, they've added the little bit of sauce here and there to keep the workflow a little bit up to date. Yeah, I think they need to spice it up. So the Mini is what I think would do that for them, but they're not at Namm, so I don't know if they're doing a sneak attack at Namm or if they're really not at Namm.
Hi there, this is Andy Mack from Akai Pro, and I'm excited to announce that we've now added stem separation to the
So just as I'm editing this video, Akai announced that they've released MPC stems. If you want to see my full reaction, click the other video. Alright, back to this one. The next product that would shake up the game for me, I'm calling the Rain 2. So we've had the Rain 1, that's been out for a while. That's the Rain controller for Serato with the moving platters, Serato effects, paddles, and yeah, that's essentially it. Solid unit, looks great. I've messed around with it in store, feels great. A little bit spenny, but not a problem. I think that they need to make the Rain 2, which is a product that is somewhere in between the Rain 1. It's more like an upgrade to the Rain 1, not quite the Rain 4, because the Rain 4 would have been perfect for me. However, it doesn't have moving platters. And the next controller I buy, I really want it to have moving platters. I want to get into my scratching bag. And I don't want to learn to scratch properly on non-moving platters. I want to do it on moving platters and then flex anywhere. To me, the Rain 2 is going to be exactly the same as the Rain 1. Moving platters and everything, updated controls so that it's got all the stems features, and then, if possible, onboard effects rather than Serato effects, just so it's a little bit more compelling of a DJ controller, that's all. So Pioneer, what do I want from Pioneer this year? What would I consider buying, or what could shake up the game? I am calling it the Rain DDJ FLX10 Plus. You're going to see a theme with what I want from these guys. So the FLX10, the current one that's out, that came out, I believe that also came out last year. Amazing controller. I've messed around with it in store. I've messed around with it in the wild. I don't own one though. Again, the reason why I haven't bought one is because it doesn't have, you guessed it, moving platters. So the Plus is literally the exact same controller, but with moving platters so that it's a bit more like the Rev 7. However, not to change the layout into this battle layout, because that's not the layout that I want to use. I want to use the CDJ layout, but with moving platters. All right, there's only 2 more things on my list. The next one I'm calling the CDJ 3000M. What's the M for? You guessed it, moving platters. So like the Denon SC600M, which is basically a CDJ with moving platters, Pioneer haven't made anything in this form factor. They haven't made a media player like a CDJ that has moving platters. Not that I know of anyway, not a new one. And I just feel like it's just a missing piece of their puzzle. Like, they need to have it. They released a really dope controller towards the back end of the year. Sorry, the middle of last year, summer kind of time, the PLX Cross 12, which is a vinyl, like a 12-inch vinyl player that can also be used in DVS via USB. Great, all of that. I'm here for all of that. That's beautiful. But I want a CDJ style controller, or sorry, style media player that has a spinning platter. Last but not least is Engine Prime for laptops for use with controllers. This, I feel, is just a natural evolution for Engine Prime and the Denon ecosystem. I know that they're right now in a bit of a sticky spot with Pioneer, Alpha Theta, Serato, you know? So they kind of got to do this anyway, but it would just be good. I think that they're in their infancy in terms of what they can really achieve. They got a really solid platform. They do the hardware. They've got really good hardware that's way cheaper than Pioneer's hardware. But I feel like they're shooting themselves in the foot by not making this software accessible anyway. Like, I think that they should have done this already. It'd be nice to see this Engine Prime software, what it's like on a laptop, and how it can operate with, you know, other controllers, so that people can make an informed choice about if they want to go to Serato, if they want to go to Rekordbox or Virtual DJ or Engine Prime, you know? So that's my kind of, that's my vibe for Namm. Obviously, there's going to be loads of instruments, loads of other things there, loads of software. Most of it, I'm going to be honest, don't care about. I'm sure something will surprise me, but out of the things that I know that I want, this is it. A variation of DJ controllers with moving platters, but in the modern form factor, and to see the MPC Go just to know what it's gonna offer, because they need to spice up what MPC is doing. I think it's just a little bit samey, and it's not the best iteration of that workflow. I think that Koala Sampler really put a dent in what the MPC is able to offer, because Koala Sampler on an iPad/iPhone can do the essential part of the job way easier with a much more intuitive touch interface. Like, using the touchscreen on an MPC is such a job. All I can say is the MPC Go, I think it's catchy anyway. I think that name is catchy anyway. The MPC Go is Akai's opportunity to spice the game up, take all the learnings from Koala Sampler and the convenience of having a good touchscreen and a good touchscreen user face. Don't make it compatible with all the others. Make it its own unique product, man. Like, start again, make it fresh, make it bang, and then continue from there. Do you know what I mean? Because we need, and even the MPC, what is it? The MPC software 3.0. How did I forget? We don't have software 3.0. Like, that needs to be it. It needs to be the MPC Go launching the 3.0 software. Everything's a little bit more modern, a little bit more Koala Samplery, a little bit more touch friendly. Because I think that the current generation, even though they have a touch screen, the touch friendliness is not that great. And the Q links, they're good, endless, fantastic. But the performability, again, the orientation off to the side as opposed to the top, again, a bit clunky in how it's being used. And I think that's all I'm going to say about that. But Namm, 2024, I'm quite excited. Only for a few specific things, which means I'm probably going to be disappointed. But there's always like a red herring in there, something that you're not expecting that just ends up being awesome. So let's bring on Namm, which I think is on the 25th. Starts the 25th of Jan till some point. I'll put it on the screen. Yeah, I'm gonna be locked in, and hopefully something exciting gets announced. Otherwise, I'll just be playing Tekken, which comes out on the 26th. So now you got like a day. I'm doing a show on the 26th. And then if nothing else, then Tekken from the 27th until whenever. So until the next one, peace.